Best seed time in this section belongs to Monte Cristo's Ian Thompson, 8:36.75. And there's a trio of men who have run 8:37s. To correct myself there, it's Gendron Jeté who is the athlete with the best seed time here. He's got 8:36.31, so it is a duo of athletes, sub 8:37 here in Gendron Jeté and Thompson.
And we saw Gendron Jeté already in action in the 3,000 meter steeplechase earlier. He placed 6th there in 9:31.73. Coming back for the same distance, but not having to jump over or into anything, hopefully.
A little humid out there today, Kate. Honestly, wouldn't say no to a water jump at this point.
I think you just want a beach, Adam.
Too much sand at the beach, and we're underway in section 3 of the U20 men's 3,000 meters. Second time overall right now belongs to the 3,000 meter steeplechase champion, Noah Fortier. He ran 8:44.30 in section 2.
So no one wanting to take this on too quickly right now. Skinner in that orange kit in the front now moves into second behind Wayessa. And it was Wayessa 14th in this event last year in the U20. And he's looking to use his experience from last year's race to take on the charge here.
Be a little jostling in there as they came through 200 meters.
Wayessa coming back from double duty as well. He was 5th in the 5,000 meter a couple of nights ago, and he's making this honest early on as our athletes try to sort themselves out behind. That is Satvir Gill moving into second out of the London Western track and field program, and so too Ian Thompson now sitting on the outside shoulder of the London Western athlete.
In that opening lap, around 70 seconds. So early on, they are running at an 8:45 flat pace.
Well, you mentioned it's a bit hot and humid. I'm sure we've talked about this lots, but the weather's been all over the place this weekend. These athletes under sunny skies, glad not to have rain delays or lightning delays. That's Xavier Saint-Ange now moving into third. We also saw Saint-Ange in that 5,000. He was 10th there a few nights ago.
And no one has fallen off the group yet, Kate. They're strung out, but everyone's still in contact.
Yeah, that's sort of a moderate pace. Nothing fast enough that we're seeing a breakaway, nothing slow enough that we're seeing a lot of danger on track. As I said that, there was a little bit of a bump up with our leader, and I think that he might have just been clipped from behind, but stays on his feet, does Wayessa. Wayessa out of the University of Calgary. And they'll come up on the first kilometer split here. And it's going to be just under 3 minutes. So 2:56 on the clock, and that puts them right around 14:48 pace. And of course that would be for 5,000, so that means 8:45 pace for 3,000. I'm sure these guys don't want to run the 2 extra K that I've just assigned them.
The fastest seed time in the seed is 8:36. Let's see if any of these athletes can dip under that. Le temps d'inscription dans cette vague est 8:36. Voyons voir si un des athlètes pourra aller en dessous de ça.
Wayessa was 10th at the Canadian Cross Country Championships in the fall. As I mentioned, 14th here last year in this race. So he's got good endurance under him. That U20 men's cross country race is 8K. And he's quite happy to continue taking the charge on. As Bill remains in second. Not much of a lead change here. Ian Thompson did well in the OFSA championships this year. 8th in this event there in 8:40.58. And a fall there as we have an athlete go down. And the pace had slowed a little bit. And I wonder if that's just what caused the confusion and the contact on track. We're hearing some excitement in the stadium. That means that this athlete has gotten back up. We hope that he's all right.
He's now pulled off the track after that fall.
And Wayesa starting to separate a bit here. A new second place athlete now in the form of Sam Richter of the St. John's Reds track and field. 8:37.87 his seed. Richter in 5,000 meter action as well. He was 14th. And this is a hard double, 5,000 to 3,000. But about a third of the field deciding that they want to contest both here at the Bell Trials. And I think this group will be glad to have had Wayesa for as long as they have, taking charge of things up front. But you'd expect in the middle of the race now, Adam, that there would be some movement, especially after that fall. Athletes will have taken note of that and decided that they don't want to put themselves in a position to suffer the same consequences. So you see them wide out into lane 2. But I would think that somewhere in the next lap or so, we're approaching the 2K mark. So in the next lap, you're going to see some movement. And already there's a bit of separation in the top 4 up at the front.
Mention that the athlete with the fastest time in this section, or scheduled to be in this section, Gendron Jeté, was a late scratch as they come through the 2 kilometer mark there.
That was about 5:53, so they have continued about the same tempo. It's been pretty consistent running. Wayesa clicking things away here at the front at just under 3-minute pace, but now you're seeing some movement, and this is where you'd expect it. They're coming up on 2 laps to go. You don't want to leave it to too much of a late kick. And now into the lead is Sam Richter, the St. John's Reds track and field athlete, the tall figure. And he's going to hit 2 laps to go in 6:27, and now the race is on.
Taking the lead.
Sam Richter, 14th in the 5,000 meters earlier on at the Bell Trials. And the athlete who fell and had to pull out, that was Austin McGoy from the Durham Dragons.
On pace for
Fell, got back up, but then
right now they need
couldn't continue as he pulled off the track. So hopefully nothing too serious for McGoy.
Last seed's winner was an 8:41.
Richter is a University of New Brunswick athlete. First year, he's from Port Sydney, Ontario. And that best of his 8:37.87, a time set last year. Doesn't have many 3,000 meter results so far from 2024, but he's looking to make this a good one. The athletes will come in. They're strung out single file. 5 with a bit of a separation back to 6, and they are into the home stretch for the penultimate time.
The time to beat right now is Saul Taylor's 8:41.70.
Nathan Wayesa.
7:37 on the clock, and now Wayesa deciding that he wants to put himself back near the front. And just sitting in third there is Ian Thompson and Dossman at the bell.
It's still a very densely packed.
Wayesa just looks posed to strike, and he's going to put himself just at the front down the backstretch, making sure that he doesn't have to do any extra work around the last turn.
Here comes Ian Thompson with Gendron Jeté out of this section. Didn't start. He's got the fastest seat time. And he's showing why right now as he is pulling away in the final turn. Ian Thompson from Monte Cristo. He was fourth coming into the final lap. A look back there by Thompson. And he is going to be our new leader. Comes in around 8:39 high, maybe 8:40 low. It's 8:40 mid, 8:40.54. So he will overtake Taylor at the top of our standings.
And a fabulous final lap there of 62 seconds.
Very fast, the final lap.
And as you mentioned, Adam, showing why he is the fastest of this field. Be able to have the wheels and dig into your toolkit to use different resources at the end of a race, especially a long one like this in the heat, is very impressive. So Thompson will take top marks there. And just awaiting the final results to compile, but we believe that it was a battle between Wayesa, Richter, and Dostman to the line.
Women's discus throw, U20.
Wayesa, there's that fall, and it looks as though it was just a bump on the side, perhaps by Dostman. I didn't see anything overtly intentional. It was just contact, and that happens in these races. Thompson, look at him going to the arms.
From Winnipeg,
he conserves so much energy throughout this race and unleashes that speed down the final stretch. Look over his shoulder, and there is no one in sight. It is Wayesa doing well to maintain form. But alone on picture and alone across the line, it is Thompson almost walking across the line for that win, as you said, in the fastest time so far of the day.
Finale du lancer du disque chez les dames U20 Women's discus throw U20 final.
Encore un peu les résultats des deuxièmes positions et toutes les autres. Still waiting for the results. Second place, further down. (8:42.38) for Nathan Wayesa. 65 second last lap. Sam Richter, 8:43.64, 66.5 second final lap.